Hi, I'm Carla D. Tillery, and welcome to the Chair Chronicles. I'm your life coach and your favorite auntie. You know, that aunt that is so not afraid to tell you the truth and help you see things just a little clearer, and you love her advice. Well, as a certified life coach with over 2 decades of experience, I'm very passionate about helping you find your happiness. So pull up a chair and let's have a talk. Welcome to another episode of the Chair Chronicles. We have special guests in the studio. I got my bae with us.
Okay, I'm here.
So yeah, you are kind of requested to come back and do a podcast with me.
Well, all right. My fans out there, the public.
You got fans?
I got public.
You got public. Okay. So today we're going to be answering a lot of questions about relationships.
Okay.
The last few episodes I've done have been about love and relationships, and so this is very timely.
All right.
For us to just kind of share a little bit about our relationship.
Okay.
So this should be fun. All right.
Interesting. All right.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I think it's possible, but my thought is, when you see someone you're attracted to, you love the way they look. Mm-hmm. So I do believe you can be attracted.
I would agree.
As an attraction.
Right.
But love is, I think love is developed. Like you can love the way they look, love the way they talk in the first time.
You love the way I talk?
but at the first time you meet this person and you see them, you fall in love, all of a sudden you go approach them and they curse you out. I think the love is dead.
It probably wasn't love to start with.
Yeah, so it might have been an attraction. So.
Yeah, I agree that. I think attraction, definitely at first sight. Mm-hmm. But love, nah. I think and
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I think people do say sometimes it was love at first sight. We've seen that across, different media outlets and stuff like that. It didn't happen that way for me, so I'll just say it that way. I had a crush. Mm-hmm. I had a crush on you.
Okay.
I was a little girl, and I had a crush on you. We've known each other for a very long time.
Yes.
So, tell everybody how long we've been married.
29.
29 years. He always gets it right, and I always have to do the math. But yes, we're coming up on our 30th anniversary, and we get asked a lot of questions, and so that's why I wanted you to join us today.
All right.
So we met and a long time ago. I was actually, still in school. I was still in high school. I knew of him and his family for as long. That goes back way, way back. But when I really started to know who you were,
right.
I would say probably around high school or so. Mm-hmm. Middle school, high school. Right?
Right.
So we got history.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of history. And I had a crush on you. Did you know that?
Not really. I knew this younger girl was always looking at me and smiling. So, but I never really,
That was it.
That was it.
Some little girl just smiling all the time.
Yeah, and I had a girlfriend too. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I had a crush. He was already in a relationship with someone. And I was just the little girl that just kept smiling.
Yeah, so it never
registered, right?
Yeah, it never dawned on me. It was never like that.
Okay. And so later on, we had a mutual friend that sort of connected us, and then we started communicating and that sort of thing. So,
right. And
we dated how long before we got married?
Oh, wow.
He has a thing on this one.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. It's weird. I don't want to say it's weird, but dating, because the relationship was long distance, I think it just kind of stepped into that. It kind of just stepped, it was like, hey, no, like it was like not pen and paper. Okay, we're dating, like in school, yes or no. Do you like me? Stuff like that. It wasn't like that. It's just that time. We just decided, okay, we would see each other basically and talk to each other.
Right.
So yeah. So it was like okay, we're gonna We're exclusive now. We never said that. That never came out.
No, but I did the math.
Okay. So what was it, 4?
4 years.
Okay.
I say it was 4 years that we dated.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got married. So that's 29 years now plus 4 years where we, as you said, sort of evolved into this relationship.
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference between when you first got married to now?
Maturing in relationship, understanding differences, stuff like that. You know, getting through the simple. Like in the beginning, it's real simple. It's only you and that your significant other person. So life is real simple, and you're trying to. It's kind of new, you know, fun.
Yeah.
And then later on, serious stuff kicks in. You know.
Yep.
Everything just kicks in.
Everything
later
kicks
on,
in. Yeah.
Later on, so
from the house, the bills, the kids.
Yeah.
Life
jobs,
stresses.
Moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. So that's what.
I would agree. I think maturity is something that I think is the biggest difference. And of course that comes with time. But I think that looking back at my younger self, there's certainly what a lot of things that I don't do that I did then. Or say. I think more about what I said.
Yeah.
Than what I do. So I would caution like people just picking up catchphrases and stuff like that, because sometimes I think they can be harmful and you don't know it, and you just kind of skirt over it.
Right. And I think the other side is depending on kind of a person you are as a man. Do you talk a lot? Do you communicate? Like my father's really quiet, so I kind of had that kind of role, coming in quiet. I didn't say a lot. Everything was really internalized. You handle it, you know, and you keep it moving. So, you know, basically, as a man, you ain't supposed to cry. You just keep it moving. You handle it, keep moving, and you don't really express yourself about feelings. I think that's evolving, like for me. So,
and I came from a household who was a lot more communicative.
Yeah, my family was really.
Yeah, we talked a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I was close to my mom. My father worked second, third shift. So, my mom was like, you know, I saw more of her. If you're gonna say nighttime,
right?
But we just had a good relationship, me and my mother. So, but as in, and I think it's the era too of how much your parents communicate. You know, people, they don't understand. I know we made a point with our kids to talk more about everything. Back in the day, you know,
you didn't do that.
You didn't talk about a lot of stuff, like certain topics. You didn't talk about because if you talked about it, you were probably doing it, or don't talk about it because you might do it. Gives you ideas, that kind of stuff, you know. But y'all can ask that question later on what all that deep stuff is. But nah, it was just I was not very talkative, not expressing feelings and stuff like that,
right? And
like deep feelings, just kept it moving, you know.
And then I think there was a part in the marriage where I learned that, or we learned that women had a whole lot more words than guys did. Yeah,
you know, they say we use our words up pretty quick, and once we get home, kind of just want to relax. You know?
Yeah, so by the time you got home, you didn't you used all your words up.
I was done. I was trying to
I was only halfway through.
Yeah, you know, like I said, a man wants to get home to his castle, and you know, once he gets home to the castle, he don't want to hearing about wars or rumor of wars. You know, he just want to go home, relax. You know, whatever a man likes to do when he gets home.
Yeah.
And chill. So and just that. So that's it. So that's a learning. It's a learning thing.
Yeah.
To express yourself.
Yeah, I would agree. So there, I think, again, maturity, I think, is the biggest thing. And I think you probably mature very differently than I did.
Right.
Because I think there were some people I was using catchphrases from, and I was like, I would never, ever say that again. And I think I was always talkative, but I think I had to learn how to listen more or stop talking to hear more. Even when you weren't saying certain things, I had to start to pay attention to things.
And I had to learn how to talk more. I was very I'll use the terms, I guess it's just a phrase, but like life in a box. Kind of what I did, my lifestyle was what I did, you know. Wasn't like I wasn't crazy party or nothing like that,
right?
So but I was like, you know, had my ways. Everybody develops ways, what they like to do, but they're used to doing, like you were very much outgoing. Then it's amazing, not amazing, but you kind of like calm down, and I've kind of picked up and been more the people person. Like I always, like my job always put me like with dealing with people, customers, as in going and servicing appliances and lawn and garden equipment or whatever I was doing, or in management. It always put me in contact with people, but I really wasn't a people person.
And nobody believes that I'm not as much of a people person as people think. They don't believe. Yeah, they don't believe that.
You come out first like bam, like okay, people person, and then okay, Chrissy's quiet. But it all depends. And then like later, as I started doing other activities, and we started going out like the dinner.
Yeah, he's like the mayor. Yeah, everybody knows Chris.
So I'm glad everybody doesn't hate Chris. But yeah. So as time went along, and my my shell cracked, I got I found it easy to talk to anybody after a while. So I could strike up a conversation with a stranger, and we could talk about anything.
And then invite them to dinner.
Yeah, they invite me to dinner and pay for it. So, but I think that was just, and I was like just as a person growing, and that's the thing. Like as you have a relationship, which way you guys growing, like, and some, it's reality, but some people grow apart. Some people grow along the same line, and so that's one of the things you kind of work through.
How did you know you were the one for each other?
I knew you were the one because I just guessed. No, but I had a crush on you for a very, very long time, and I think at some point while we were dating, that 4 years in there, I felt like you were going to be the one to ask me to marry you. That's right. You got to get it right. And I had told my parents that you were the one. And they said, how do you know that? And I said, I don't know. I said, but he's going to ask me to marry him. And I want to make sure you guys like him, because if you don't, say something now, because it's going to get serious. So it was before it got really serious for me. And then I wanted to make sure my parents were okay before I really kind of like emotionally got attached.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if I knew, but I felt like we connected. I felt like you were going to be the one, and you were the one that I could see having a long life with.
Okay.
Did you know I was the one?
No,
I knew it.
I'd be quite honest.
I know. Well, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, so just time, hanging out. That's about it. Most people.
I know, but I think it's different for guys and than women, because I think we grow up with all of these images about the wedding day and like this, guy coming in on a white horse to take you away into the world of fantasy land.
My car was metallic brown.
I know it wasn't white.
It was nice though.
So we always grow with these images about getting married, having children, having a family, having a house. And I just don't think guys get those images early on, like little girls do. We play house. So I remember having like a doll house and with a Barbie and a Ken and playing house. Right. And so watching my mother, I saw what she did. She cooked, she cleaned, she did all those things.
Right.
And so those were my images. And she worked too. So it was like she did all of that. And so those were my images.
Okay.
So I don't know what guys are seeing. Because little girls are seeing something, I guess, totally different.
I don't know. That's a long, to go back. So I think I gotta go back. What guys see. Guys see, I'm gonna be quite honest, guys see, growing up, I had 3 things I wanted growing up.
And it wasn't a girl, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. A car?
I was simple. I wanted a nice car.
Okay. Yep. Money. Yep.
And a good-looking girlfriend. That was...
But not a good-looking wife.
Nah, you think
you're not thinking...
Nah, not at that, because you're thinking...
So what age
you're
are we
thinking
talking
fun. Huh? You're thinking fun and enjoying life and all the things that,
This is a
that
teenager?
guys do. Yeah, teenagers, early 20s. You know, you start, if you have a serious relationship. I think one serious relationship. Like because I don't know how many relationships people have. For me, it was one before. You know, we eventually started dating. So that was that's about it. So I didn't think like, okay, ooh, you know, I'm gonna go into chapel, I'm gonna get married. Like I ain't think like that, you know.
So did you
tuxedo and all that? You know, what color the cummerbund is gonna be? You know,
right? Yeah, and we're imagining colors and all that kind of flowers.
Yeah.
So were you thinking about? So you weren't thinking about marriage. You don't think about that. That's not. It's just like having a hot girlfriend and the car and the money. That's it. That's as far as you go. You didn't.
For me,
yeah,
it was simple. It was simple, and then you know because I guess once you knew the seriousness, I can't even say it, but you know how like the seriousness, I can't even say it, of marriage, like that's a responsibility. Everything I was taught about marriage, you know, and staying together for life and stuff like that.
So tell the viewers of the Chair Chronicles how you propose. Now this is going to be interesting.
All right. Anyway, we were we had gone away on a little trip, and I think we were in somewhere in the hills of Maryland, somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. We just got off an exit and said we're tired. Let's because we were on our way back to Connecticut.
We weren't so because I lived in North Carolina at the time when we were dating, and you lived in Connecticut. So we had a long distance relationship, and I think this occurred on one of our trips. You were coming to get me to take me back up to your house.
Yeah. So we just so we decided we were gonna pull off. So I just remember this town. I just remember like this really open area, and it was a hotel. So we better let's pull in here and we'll stay here and rest instead of trying to make this long. You know, keep driving. So it got, you know, as people have feelings. You
have feelings? Feelings.
Yeah. Whoa. So it got intense. Like you know, adult conversation. Mm-hmm. You know, you kind of say like, you know, where's this gonna go? And so you know, like relationships get physically intense and emotions you feel. But so we'd always say we weren't gonna you know, have sex before marriage anyway, when we started dating. So and we have been like, and so that's probably the 3.5 year mark. Mm-hmm. So then the decision was, okay, if to not just be having, you know, sex, just, you know, and what's the next step? I think from there I decided that I wouldn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So I said, you know, so I asked you to marry
this
me.
That's not what you asked me. I
said, all right, let's do it.
What
I say?
You said, I think we got to the point where I was like, okay, this is enough. Like, I need to know, like, where. I don't know what my exact words are, but I know what I was feeling and, you know, thinking in my head was that, you know, our relationship can't go but so far. And so, you know, we had committed to each other that we were not going to have sex until we got married, if that was going to be our situation. And it ended up going that way. Right. And so things were getting intense, and it was like, okay, you know, no, enough is enough. Like, and then you was like, okay, let's do it. And I was like, do what?
I said, get married.
So that was my proposal. I'm
sorry, it wasn't.
I didn't get down on your knee with the ring.
It wasn't the Bachelor ABC kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It was not. So I get tickled now because
it was classic Chris.
It was classic Chris.
Let's do what we gotta do.
Yeah, and so after I figured out what it was that he wanted to do, of course I was like, yes, and I got on the phone and I was calling everybody saying, I just got proposed to.
Yeah, my way.
Your way.
Yeah.
Your classic way. Yeah.
You
Classic
know.
Chris.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
But everybody, I mean, like you laugh at me today, or we laugh about it now. Like you said, but everybody has. I know some people like really planned out things.
Yeah, you didn't plan
it
that
wasn't
at all.
planned. It wasn't planned out. It wasn't like, okay, I'm have it all set up and people to help me. It was nothing like that. So just to say to everybody, if it doesn't happen as pre-planned, don't beat them up too bad.
Don't beat him up too bad. Did I beat you bad up for that?
No, we were happy. So
Yeah, I was just ready to get married.
so no beatings were in order.
No beatings were in order.
Hope you enjoyed the first segment of Frequently Asked Questions of the Life Coach and her husband, Chris Tillery. Please be sure you stay tuned and stay connected on the Chair Chronicles for Part 2.